Hello guys, oh no, what am I doing? Hi guys, welcome to a new video, and today, as you can see, what was that noise? I don't know if you heard it, but anyway, today, we are making a video about what if the British Empire came back. Now, for these times, this is probably very unable to do, because we have a lot of Africa here. All of India, Pakistan don't like each other. England, or like the UK and Ireland, don't really like each other. Pretend to so. And then we just got like different, like the Aussies and the Canadians mixing together into one country. I don't think that would. It would differentiate. So, anyway, let's get on to the video. Now, the UK, or now the British Empire, spans across all continents. Oh no, what have I done? The UK spans, or the British Empire spans across all continents. So, the first country they go for is actually, why am I lagging? So the first country, the UK, or Great Britain or British Empire is going for, is quite a weird one. It's actually down here. Both Israel and Palestine, both of them are going to war with Great Britain / British Empire. I'll never get that correctly because I won't. That's just the hard truth. Right, anyway. So they start off in the bottom of the country, and well, pretty much that's pretty much Israel gone. Yeah, pretty anticlimactic due to the UK being very big. So pretty much what happens is they go. So that pretty much clears out here. And I think, well, I know the next thing will be down here. Togo and Benin. Now, these two countries are blocking Ghana and Nigeria. Pretty much modern day Ghana and Nigeria. So what do? Attack. That's pretty much what is happening here. And probably for the whole entire video. What am I doing? So, Ghanaian troops, I would probably say, going into the top of Togo, and Nigerian troops go into the top of Benin. Makes sense. So now, we take away Togo's, Togo's sea access and probably capital. Same with Benin. And pretty much what happens now is that they capitulate. Now, this would also probably, This is very realistic, as the Great Britain has a really good army due to the fact that they control pretty much the whole entire world. Now, there's still a lot of stuff happening here that they don't control, but yeah, it doesn't really matter, does it? Now, so they have connected 2 of their African countries together, pretty much countries. So now, they're like, I'm gonna form a coalition against France, because why not? Supposedly, in every single video that I see, well, almost every single video, they don't really see the fact that France is supposedly not, or like, France is supposedly the country that they bully the most. So now, the British Empire goes and forms a pact with Germany and Spain that if France shows some aggravation, or like major aggravation, they will gangbang onto France. Right, so just due to the fact that, oops, no, not that. Due to the fact that I'm just gonna skip through these fights that other countries can have. Yeah, so Germany declares war on Luxembourg, takes over, and same with Austria. Now, you might say, why are you creating No Germany? I'm not. I'm seriously not. They just formed a treaty and they're like, sure, why not? So anyway, back to the fact that this is a UK video / thing. We're gonna get to some more fighting because supposedly you guys like it. If you don't, that's concerning because that's pretty much all I do on this channel. But anyway, due to Argentina realizing that the Falklands have been taken back, I don't know, but the Falklands are back in, or are still in UK thing. Yeah, Argentina declares war on the UK. Now, weird battle to be honest, because I don't know how things are going to end up. Well, I do know, but yeah, so anyway, UK troops are already ready. So they're already down here in the tip. Because they said before they turned into the British Empire, they set some military bases along the bottom of Argentina, and Argentina never really noticed. So now that's why they're going after little tiny bits of Argentina. So yeah, now they're just planning their whole entire military into these 2 little spots. Well, not anymore little, but yeah, now they're starting to plow in. Now, same with Argentina. They get gangbanged by Brazil. Now, the fact is that Brazil, yeah, they're fighting for their own country, so they're doing this for themselves. So now they're fighting. Now there's not really much Argentinian troops down here or up here, due to the fact the major fight against the UK. So yeah, there's no one really here to stop them. So now they just have a big massive foothold in there. So then we go back to the UK, also still ploughing their bums. Yeah, unexpected, also kind of expected. So now Argentina says, alright, fine, enough with the fighting. I just want to get out of this war. So they pretty much just resign. So let's just see the borders. And hopefully Argentina does not get screwed. Because Argentina is Argentina. Yeah. Right, so conclusion of the thing, we see that Great Britain pretty much just gets the whole entire bottom part of Argentina and 2 little bases, pretty much. Now Brazil only gets a little due to them just fighting where there was literally no one there, pretty much, except like the cities there, but like, yeah. So anyway, they pretty much just got like this bit of Argentina. Now you might wonder why Paraguay got some. It's just because Brazil thought it would be nice to give them some of the land that they yeah. So anyway, continuing on, I realized that France divided Suriname. I'm only adding this now because it happened between the war, but the UK never knew. Pretty much, France divided Suriname into half and took half of Suriname. So now, that is aggravation. So that is step 1 of the treaty. And step 2 is where France takes over the whole entire country, but small country. And step 3 is where they do aggravate, where they aggravate against one of the three countries over here, like an attack or something like that. But I don't think that would happen. So, yeah, countries have now realised that the UK is strong. Who knew? I don't know. But all these smaller African nations have realised. Now, what do? They form a pact called UK is bad. Yes, that's literally what the name is. What is happening? I'm gonna cut this out. So anyway, we have the pact over here, and that pretty much just shows how these countries don't want to be part of the UK, but there's also a pact that wants to become the UK, which is no one. It's pretty much just the UK. UK wants to be UK. Who knew? Anyway, the next country that Great Britain or the British Empire declares war on is actually Djibouti. Now, Djibouti used to be a French colony. So that comes up to step 2 of French. No, that would be step 3 of French thing. But they have to complete all 3 of the steps to show that they are aggravating against this. So that is now step 3. There is still step 2 of conquering a small country. But I don't think France would do that, right? Right? Anyway, so Djibouti, yep, small country. Yeah. Conclusion. Djibouti is now dead. Sad. But then, France does the unthinkable. And France declared war on Switzerland. Pretty much, I'm just gonna skip the fighting part, but France takes over all of Switzerland. Now, this is surprising due to facts that France already had 2 strikes, and that was the 3rd now. Technically 2nd, but 3rd. So now the pact comes in, and they all 3 declare war on France. Now, France also contains the this little bit, so they won't come in instantly because the first fight is actually between Suriname, the rest of Suriname. But I don't really need to do that as that is already done. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. So now the UK and France actually has a direct border right here. So now France is kind of cooked due to the fact it's only them versus 3 countries. One of them I would say is the strongest, and 2 that are strong. They're decently strong. So France calls in their own allies. Or ally, because yeah, and that is Italy. Now, Italy is Italy. They have their ups and downs, but yeah. So now Italy pretty much is just there for the support, or like to support France, and also maybe if they do manage to win, they could get some land, but this is me. You don't know what will happen. So anyway, first thing that will happen is we have a large scale. Oh, it's just this becomes this. Okay. So now they're fighting against in the same terms. No, Algeria. So now they're on they're on the same fighting terms. So that means 2v3. So now we see Spain launching the first. So we see Spain launching the first attack here, passing through the border, and pretty much takes a lot of land due to the UK funding their expansions. Also making sure that they land on both this island and this island. Actually taking both islands. Surprising. We see Germany actually pushing into Italian borders. Same with the German-speaking part of Switzerland, or now French Switzerland. I don't know how you would say. And also into these lands. Yes, I like geography. And also the UK pushing into Sicily, this piece of land. Pretty much just pushing in around here. And yeah, there's pretty much like a front line going on. I do not like that noise. And also pretty much a full-on invasion into things. So pretty much now it's just French Guiana back. And yeah, French Guiana actually revolts from France, something new. They revolt from France and actually start fighting with the thing. So they just revolt. That's just thing. They can't come back, but right up here. So yeah, that can't happen. But now there's a counter-offense. Pretty much nothing. Because they are weak. But there is some counter-offenses. Like France managing to cut off this little bit. They do manage to do that, but yeah, same with some counter defenses in here. Actually getting into Germany, which is surprising. There's also some counter defenses from Italy in their lands, and also trying to get into Austria now. But like, yeah, that kind of fails due to that. But like, yeah, now they're not playing their game, so now they are fighting really. So the UK gets to Paris. That's pretty much France almost dead, but like due to France's past, they probably would. But yeah. So Spain pushes more, and that finally pushes France over the border, like over the line. And that is done for France. Now, of course, France will probably survive or not. But now all the offences are into Italy. Now, Italy suffers major attacks, and that pretty much is them done. Because they don't want to fight anymore, so that's just them done. And so let's just check the borders out. Right, so, oh wait, yeah, so, right, these are the borders that I have, found out. Yeah, so, we have the resurrection of Switzerland. France has been muddled up. We have the new country of Brest, pretty much controlled by the UK, so pretty much a UK colony, I would probably say. We also have this little island, also claimed by the Great Britain, but it's pretty much just the same entire same country, but so Spain managed to get, or like Spain got some lands. Andorra's still here for some reason. Germany has now gotten sea access, and these lands, I've got Vatican City and San Marino now have larger lands because this was decided by all three of the countries because of like them not being able to see on the map, and also yeah, so yeah, so oh yeah, and down here pretty much what happened is that they just came back to life, and now pretty much friends with UK. They are still speaking French, but like different type of French. They're not French Guyana anymore. They are New Guyana. And yeah, that pretty much concludes the video. I hope you like it. Make sure to like and subscribe, as I only have a little bit of subscribers. Hopefully I can get more. Yeah, anyway. Huge shout out to my friend Regan. He came up with this idea due to him being British and being my friend. Yes, I have friends. So crazy. Yes. Anyway, it was his idea. So give him some credit. Without me, there would be no video. Without him, there would be no idea. Goodbye.